I just got the fact that it's a fucking pun. I was going with Toothpaste Chan and Colgate Chan, but Crest is really fucking good.
Because it's
So
Fire
totally.
Emblem and it's
Spell it with a K.
yeah. So
Man.
so yeah, just call him Crest. They're remaking Harvest Moon, the best Harvest Moon.
All right, hold on thow, because
But
Taylor.
gay now.
Yeah, no. Someone said you
So
can be non-binary in it now, which is like cool as hell. I don't know about the best one though, man, because there's been some fucking Harvest Moons that slap like really hard.
Never actually played a Harvest Moon game.
I've played way too many of them. I've never actually quote unquote finished one, but I've gotten quite far in the one that they're remastering.
They showed women getting whipped in a concentration camp in Tales of Symphonia on stream, which is kind of crazy.
Josh, who did you marry in A Wonderful Life?
Dude, I honestly could not tell you. It's been so long.
Okay.
Tyler, I have another better image that you will enjoy of this guy, of the engaged character.
Of the what? Oh
Fire-
yeah, no, trust me, I've already seen this. Yeah, he's got that fucking socket.
All right, yeah, I'm saving that one.
But
Oh,
like
dear
he's
God.
the best kind of toothpaste, because the toothpaste with multiple colors is more fun than the boring toothpaste that's just like fucking white. Shit I use. There used to be this toothpaste with glitter in it, and
Yeah,
they
that's-
stopped doing it because microplastics. But ah man, that shit tasted the fucking best.
God, I'm so glad that I shouldn't have. Jeez, I have like all my bookmarks visible, and it's entirely just like all my old ass folders. Back whenever I was like raising Chow religiously, so I just have a folder that's just Chow. One day they're
Dude,
gonna.
I want to look up. Let's see here. What all games got announced today or shown off today?
Yeah,
A lot of
yeah, there's
shit.
I was
so
gonna
much.
Say,
It's
I know that's what I'm saying. All of the new Resident Evil games are gonna be on the Switch technically.
I mean, they're gonna be on cloud, which means they're gonna be basically unplayable.
Yeah, we won't talk about that. Tales of Symphonia Remastered, which is just sick.
Like 20 farming sims.
And they all look good. Story of Seasons is the one I'm excited for.
Oh sure.
Crisis Core is going to be on the Switch,
Yeah, so
which might be the most
mad about,
optimal way to play it.
I could be mad about Genesis all over again.
If you haven't played Tunic yet, Isaac, this is one for you.
I heard it's really good.
It's it's like one of the top-down Legend of Zelda games, but it's based around finding secrets in the manual, like you would with a physical manual as a kid. So like you have to like read the manual, and you're like rebuilding this manual to like find all the secrets and stuff.
Isn't it like kind of semi-randomized?
Yeah, there might be like mods and stuff to make it semi-randomized. I can't remember. Rune Factory 3 remake, basically. It's a special edition of Rune Factory 3, which is pretty big. Bayonetta 3, fucking huge. Love that game.
Fire Emblem Engage.
Fire Emblem Engage. Kirby Return to Dreamland Deluxe. One of the best modern day Kirby games.
I want a remake of 64 so bad. It's been so long.
Well, that's kind of what the last Kirby game was like a spiritual successor to Legend of Zelda, obviously, with his fucked up arm. The greatest announcement ever, Just Dance 2023 edition. Pikmin 4. Now, who wants to take bets on if they're gonna release Just Dance 2023 for the Wii?
So it
Fucking
feels
Octopath Traveler 2.
correct, but it will never happen.
Octopath Traveler 2? More waifus for Xenoblade 3?
Let's fucking go to both of those. Yeah, no, Emily, have you seen the new Xenoblade companion? She's a robot.
Yeah, I saw her in the DLC area of the expansion pass that I have.
Wish they could have just
Yeah.
used Cosmos, but I'll take this.
They gave us Cosmos in the last game.
And they could give it to us again, but yeah.
Dude, the expansion pass isn't over yet, okay? Calm down.
Yeah, no, we only got phase 1. Next is phase 2, but there's 4 phases.
Mm. I just want...
One of them is going to be major DLC, and I'm like very... I don't know what they're going to do with that story, like,
Yeah.
heck, dude.
Well, I mean...
The ending of that game
I
was so
want to
wild.
see them have another baby.
it's just 10
Rex,
fucking...
Do it again.
It's straight up some hours of fucking raw
Rex
dog
is a
anime
cat,
character
and
fucking...
I love him.
Rex knocked up another member of his
I
party.
can't find the fucking edit of that image that I found, where it's like literally every single female character in that picture has a baby in their arms. So not only Nia, Pyra, and Mithra, but also Bridget, Morag, and Pandora, whatever the fuck her name is.
And look! Rex was a
Fucking
good
German.
gentleman child, and then he grew up and learned to fuck. And you know what? He earned it.
He did. Giga Chad Rex.
No, I literally.
Shulk died a virgin.
What?
Shulk died a virgin. Rex died in Giga Chad. So
Fucking...
Because you can't prove Shulk didn't have a child. Do you see Fiora? Jesus
Shulk-
Christ.
We finish
Shut-
Icespire Peak and we get commissioned art of Braid lists and a picture of just every single female NPC we've met in this campaign.
I don't like that.
Which honestly,
and then he bends them over tables.
No, stop.
he's like,
That
what the fuck
implies
do you...
there will be any tables remaining.
Going
What the
straight
fuck?
into it.
Hey, you want
DDT through it.
You want to see me destroy a table? What the fuck do you mean you don't have a cloaca?
What? Did you?
he's
And
a
now
he's
our
a lizard.
and now our Facebook algorithms are getting all sorts of fucked.
Yay!
Can we go back to talking about One Piece? Like-
I still can't get over that fucking one with like Luffy with like the giant shadow of his dick, which again I view him as a entirely sexless being. So it's so
I really like the one where it's the Attack on Titan meme, where the guy's like, "Do you think if Kaido and Big Mom had sex, they could use Luffy as a condom?" And the kid's just like, "What?" And he goes, "I'm sorry, I shouldn't have asked that. That was weird."
Oh my god. I hope that the author, Oda, I hope Oda has seen that, and I hope he thinks about it.
He recently put out something that was a little controversial.
Is
He
that right?
He said that he did not care if people sexualized his characters because he would not tell people how to enjoy his anime. Now,
Fucking
Okay.
Yoko Taro has literally asked
That's
people
fine.
for porn of 2B.
I mean, that's fine, but there are literal children in the game. So,
Okay, but literally, I don't think you could draw boobs any bigger at this point because they've progressively
it is
gotten
true.
more
He
and
was
more.
talking about specifically Nami.
yeah, I was gonna
but
say like fucking.
I am
I think
just
it's implied. I think
uncomfortable-
like the lack of pedophilia is implied.
I'm just uncomfortable with saying you can sexualize anybody in this show.
I mean,
don't
he's
care.
probably talking about Robin too.
Robin's at least like in her late 20s. Like that's like base lore. Or in her mid 20s or something like that. Because I
I
think
hope
she's
that
18
Oda-
when the time skip happens, and that's
I
2
hope-
years. So
Oda finishes it out in 20 years when we have like 7 million volumes of One Piece, and then he goes back to a single episode of the anime just in a random place and puts a random like sex scene in it and doesn't tell anybody and just waits to see how long it takes the internet to discover.
the perfect crime.
Like suddenly there's just like a part where Nami gets railed and we never talk about it again. It's just
And
like,
then
did
there's just-
anybody see it this the
and then
first
there's
time?
this-
And everyone's like, yeah.
And it's like
Duh.
it's like someone you do. It's like fucking someone you don't expect. It's like Usopp.
Yep, it happens, and then they move on and they never talk about it again like adults.
Like adult. Yeah, sometimes, when a lady and a guy love each other very
no.
much, or
All it
don't,
is-
and they're just super horny.
They're letting off the
Chop.
steam.
Chopper shows Nami hit where he got his name from.
Oh, no.
He says
Yeah.
Chopper. I hardly know her.
Keep hacking it, whacking it,
Let me
smacking.
get that sweet
Keep
let
hacking
me
it,
get
whacking it, smacking.
Let me get that
Hack,
sweet
whack.
candy.
Chop
that
that
meat.
meat. I love you, Brandon. Oh, you bring such life to my life. Fucking, before we start, there's one thing I wanna fucking recite to you that Josh said to me today while I was at work. Oh
No, wait.
oh wait. Well, no, fuck it. We were talking, I was showing him a lot of the things on that custom magic cards subreddit that I found because they were really funny. And of course he's seen all of them, but still, I'm just like laughing with my buddy. And he's like, dude, you need to, like, if you want to get mad, you need to go to the alt-right magic thing, free magic, like the subreddit, so you can, like, see people acting like alt-right douchebags. And I'm like, nah, I'm probably good. I need some good head vibes to get through the rest of my workday. And then he replied, I've got your good head vibes right here, bud. Winky emoji, frightened emoji, eggplant emoji, yawning emoji.
Listen, you're willing to tell your bros you love them, but not giving them goodnight blowjobs?
Look,
As long as you don't
if
touch
my
the...
boy needs some good head, I got him.
It's
okay?
it's not gay. As long as you don't touch the balls, it's not gay.
Oh, I'm gonna touch those balls.
Well, the trick is that you use a layer of saran wrap, so you're not actually touching them.
It's a technicality, bro. Our toes didn't touch. It's not gay.
Anyway, good night, honey. Kisses him on the forehead. Oh god.
Fuck. So fucking now that we've talked about all that shit, who wants to deal with the emotional gravitas of what happened? God, it's gonna be so fucking weird listening to the two of these back to back. It's like, all right, well, I guess we'll figure out what happened to our party after this tragedy next week.
I
and then
almost
go over-
broke into song again. Got my stop.
Dutch rudder isn't gay if you think about it.
It's not gay. You're helping a bro out. His arms are broken. What is he gonna do?
It's what we do is we string these together, and at the end of it we put something real solemn, and then at the beginning of this one we're just like, well, we're all dead, and then start the Curb Your Enthusiasm music.
The gang fucking dies.
That was the last episode. This is the gang figures out death.
Yeah,
The gang comes to terms with their own mortality.
yeah, I mean, fucking yeah, a little bit. So.
But we put gang, we make it bang, and it's the B emoji.
God damn it. So anyway, what are we doing?
All right. So we are going to backtrack a little bit just to kind of solidify how it actually ended, because it's a little nebulous.
Right.
So basically,
in the game, huh?
Retcon time. Yeah, probably.
So, the retcon, and it's nothing that we didn't really establish. It's just some
For
stuff was
clarity's
going on. Yeah, some stuff was going on, and I was backtracking. And then while I was backtracking, you guys were ironing out. So just to get us all on the same page. So Banshee. So you guys approached on the Banshee, which is in the form of Amalia Castellanter. And you rounded the corner. She let out a scream and downed two of the party. And then the other two got, cornered in by some ghouls. And they took you guys down as well. With Bradalis's final breath, he finally took up Talos's offer Talos smote basically all the undead left in the dungeon. And once it was clear, Hiroto, with his dying breath, was able to crawl over to Renato and force a potion of healing on him. So, so yeah, we have Bradalus, and then after that, pretty much everybody is either dead or unconscious, just out of exhaustion. Did I miss anything? Any points of clarity that you guys have that I missed?
No, that's pretty clear cut to me.
Okay.
Shit got desperate, big explosion.
Okay. So, we're gonna kind of do some short episodic stuff for everybody to kind of get your fallout from each of you. Some of them may be a little more than others, but I don't think it'll be anything too intense. It's mostly just getting you where you're at, and then also establishing, the impact on you that
Right.
the last bit had. So we'll start in the order that I have your guys' departure. So Bradalus, when you come to, you find yourself being attended to by followers, and you recognize the symbol that is on their robes, and these are followers of Talos. And they're tending to your wounds, and you're not quite sure where you are, but they're tending to you. And the one looks at you and says, "You're finally awake. We thought we were losing you. We were told to move, Duchess." Sorry, my cat just tried to chew my power cord. We were told by our master to come and retrieve the Dragonborn, and sure enough, you laid there. We thought you were a goner.
Oh, well, I am built a little bit stronger than that. Thank God.
Well, that's good. Because when we have a chance to get you back to your strength, when we have a chance to get you back to your full strength, the leader of this temple would like to speak to you about what Talos has revealed to him.
Of course, the cost. I see. I'll go when I'm able. I think he's probably just gonna lay back down and take a little break, and then, as he starts feeling better, he'll...
Okay. So as you're recovering, because I kind of want to see where you guys want to take your characters and kind of interact with how they're handling it. So as you're healing, what would you be doing? What would be your concerns? Basically, what's the plan? It's probably going to be a week or two for recovery, and that's kind of across the board. So just kind of how you're approaching this next little bit of time.
First thing,
Specifically Bradalus. I'm going to get this forever.
Excuse my
Yeah.
bad. My bad.
Basically, I'm going to go through everybody's and then like back, and then consolidate them at the end to get you all together.
Well, I think at this point, Bradalus is he's pretty upset, because I think as far as he knows, basically everyone's dead. Like, unless they told him, "Oh no, the other people were alive, we just fucking left him there." I mean, even then, he doesn't even have a guarantee that they're okay. And it's kind of like, well, what are you gonna do? He joined the Church of Tyr to try to keep this from happening, and it still happened. People, all of his friends still died, and so I think he's I think he's at this point just gonna kind of renounce his his allegiance to the brass fangs and to the people who he's been with this whole time. Like he's gonna kind of consign himself that like he doesn't know if he's going to follow Talos, but he sure can't follow Tyr anymore. Any god that would just flat out ignore him, refuse help, allow all these awful things to happen to him, that's not a god he wants to follow anymore. So he's just going to very silently to himself kind of renounce and renege on all of these on all the things that kind of drew him to being a paladin in the first place. So
Mm-hmm. And as you're kind of on the mend, you are introduced through various conversations, as well as the ability to check out the library and stuff, to essentially the core tenets of Talos. And so the information of kind of what you're getting yourself into is readily available. So you're able to, if you choose, to study up and basically understand the inner workings and what is granted to you and what is expected of you as far at a base level. And it's just kind of, honestly, for a temple that's based around destruction and just the general chaos of that, the temple itself, there's a lot of ins and outs, but the actual temple itself is accommodating. I don't want to say peaceful, because there is still a lot of
Fucking
going
Talos.
on. Yeah, but at the same time, like, what you're needing is there, what you're wanting to know is readily available. People tending to your wounds, it's the most support you've gotten from a deity in the least expected place.
yeah, I think even if even if Bradalus is thinking he's not going to worship this god, he is willing to compromise and make deals here, because I think the only thing that Bradalus has realized he cares about is his friends, and as far as he knows, his friends are gone. So now if there's somebody who's willing to make deals to make sure something like this doesn't happen again, then by golly, here he is.
Okay. So a few weeks do pass, and you finally have gathered up enough strength that you're back at 100%, somewhere around the range of level 5. And the head priest of the temple does approach you, and summons you up to his office quarters, basically the room where he would do business or discuss, But and when he sits you down, he says, "Bradalus, we've done our part in tending to you, and we have done as our master has informed us, and well, not informed us, instructed us to do. And what he has revealed to me is a choice that is being laid out to you. You accepted the help of Talos, so he has but one task of you for that, as well as the offer of pledging an oath to him, which would have more rewards. But in exchange for the help that was provided in down in Axeholm, he asks that you handle an issue with some cultists up at the Circle of Thunder.
Sounds easy enough. What's the work?
It'll be apparent when you get there. But
Well,
just
then,
just
guess
handle
I-
the and he kind of gives a wink. Just handle the situation.
Yeah, I think he's like, I guess I have work to do then. I'll just turn around and go.
Okay. So yeah, you make your way up, and so I'll show that because eventually, no surprise. Yeah. So I'll show you. Let's see. So actually you don't roundabout. So Axeholm is here. You're not too far away, I would say. It's kind of an indiscriminate location that I hadn't really thought through as far as where there is, but it's not relevant either. And okay, so you'd probably make your way back to Phandalin, but the Circle of Thunder is a good journey away. Let me get to the right layer. It is way up top, so it's a good journey through the wilderness. But we will get back to that in a little bit. So next would be Renato.
Okay.
So Renato, when you come to, this is still basically within the fallout of the TPK.
Sure.
So you come back to, Bradalus is gone. You see Hiroto laying lifeless next to you, clutching a potion that's still fresh on your tongue, and no sign of Biba.
And it's just quiet.
Yeah, you can see maybe a little bit of dried ash and dust where the rest of the banshees and ghouls were taken care of, but there's nothing going on. Like
It looks like little Biba evaporated.
mission accomplished, seemingly, but at what cost?
I think that the weight of this being the first time that Renato's philandering and, general just traipsing about the realms has ever actually yielded significant cost to him, like significant loss, and coupled with the fact that, a banshee with the face of Amalia did this, specifically, the Castleander line is responsible for what, and just he realizes that no matter what he does, he can't escape the reality of who he is and what he's running from. And I think he just kind of just like takes Hiroto's kimono softly in his hands and kind of just puts his head against his chest and just kind of heaves for a little bit, just kind of like real silent but very like heavy full body crying heaves for a little bit. And after he kind of collects himself for a moment, I'm trying to think of how to like frame this. Renato takes stock of what is going on here, the quiet fort, and just remembering all of Hiroto's wishes with a lot more respect and a lot more reverence than he did previously. So what he does is he takes the scabbard, or the sheath holding Hiroto's shattered katana, kind of unwraps it gingerly and then wraps it around his own belt just for safekeeping, and then he takes Hiroto's body in his arms and he just makes his way out of there, not even like trying to be super careful. He's just kind of in a haze of despair, sort of walking out to the front, trying to see if anything alive or any sign of Bieber or Bradalus is anywhere while he does this.
When you get out, you do see some other tracks, but none that you would recognize of like a dragonborn or a slime. But there was a little traffic coming either in or out. It's hard to discern, but you didn't see anything on your way out.
It's really I was gonna say barium. So I think we're still kind of like up in like general mountainous regions.
Yeah.
It's probably a little out of the question to bring Hiroto all the way back to Phandalin and have him shipped out to Waterdeep. So I think what Renato is going to do is he's going to find a decently...
It's a 20-mile hike.
Yeah. I think what he's going to do is he's going to find like a decently open spot out in the mountains. One that you could see the eastern sun and bury Hiroto there. Full honors, silent prayers to whatever god wants to listen, and he's going to specifically ensure that Hiroto's short sword, his wakizashi, is buried alongside him.
Yeah. And you're able to find a nice little place, kind of right at the foothills here, that has perfect view of the sun right through the mountain range. I mean, it's very serene and very, very beautiful. So you're able to find a place of respect for him, and it's not just like some mound of dirt somewhere in the middle of nowhere.
And then he just kind of looks at the sunsets in the east, right? No, sun rises in the east, dumbass.
Right.
He's gonna take a look at like how the sun kind of like breaks through, and he's just gonna look at where Hiroto rests, and he's like, "Not one more, I promise you." And then he's gonna hoof his way back to Phandalin.
Okay. So you make it back to Phandalin. Word does get around. I'm not sure if you would go straight to the town master, make its way, but whether you do or not, he does request that you meet with him.
Can I see the one wind of Phandalin, please?
The
Yeah.
what?
The
Oh,
one wind of
oh,
Phandalin
that's
versus
right.
Four
Oh
Winds.
no. Oh no.
Yeah, we're much more like a fart now.
Renato goes immediately. I think like, he feels like shit. He feels like absolute hell, but I think he's kind of in autopilot mode at the moment as he tries to figure himself out. So he'll go see the town master pretty much as soon as possible.
Okay. And he greets you and he says, "I'm sorry to hear of the loss you faced, but I appreciate what you've done for Phandalin. We have surveyors heading that way now to prepare it as a last resort, and know that if we aren't able to take care of our dragon problem, you all are the sole reason of any remnants of Phandalin surviving."
Is Renato meeting with the town master not behind a door?
He actually invited you in at this time.
Character
Whoa.
development.
Whoa, Town Master.
Okay.
I will be right back. I got to take these couple pictures real quick. Take me like 2-3 minutes.
Sure, man.
You got it, Town Master.
Wear your nicest ugly Christmas sweater. Just a giant ugly Christmas sweater that just says "Daddy."
See in
Perfect.
2 months when it's actually December.
Oh,
You mean
fuck.
3?
I mean, September. God, September's halfway over. What the fuck?
Do you remember?
I do.
Whoa.
Do I remember? No. It's the best song ever made. It's not my favorite, but it is the best.
Wow, I finally cleaned some of my desktop off, and it's like, oh, look, old receipts that have since gotten wet and then adhered themselves to the desk. And it's like,
Yep, that's always
Yeah.
my
That
favorite.
was some really good Foley, dude.
Jesus Christ.
What was that? Are you fucking... Let me look. Let me look.
No, I'm
Just
not,
kidding. Annalise is went full meltdown hungry again, so
Aw, poor baby.
I feel that.
You know,
so I'm back.
at this age, it's pretty much ping pong. You know.
Yup.
If baby is not eating, baby is screaming or sleeping.
Pretty much. But all right. So yeah, he welcomes you in, and he seems sincere with understanding the gravity of your loss. And he tells you, I know this isn't a fair exchange for your loss, but a deal is a deal, and he slides you a bag of 300 gold, and he says, and there's a little extra to express my personal gratitude.
Take your time, Master. I promise it will go to good use, and I cannot speak to the efficacy of my individual efforts, but mark my words, if something happens with the dragon and it comes to it, you will have at least one more man fighting for Phandalin here. It's the least I can do.
And that is appreciated. Things are quiet now. I mean, we still see some dragon attacks here and there, but the advance of territory claim has hit a standstill for the time being. So take your time, gather yourself, and I'll be sure to let you know when development occurs.
Thank you, Time Master. With luck, I hope that we all find our way through this.
But you have our gratitude.
And you have mine.
And he kind of motions to his guards, kind of showing you out.
Renato takes that money that he has and he goes straight to the blacksmith.
Okay. So you're greeted by the blacksmith, and he says, "Yes." And he says, "What can I do for you?"
I have 700 gold pieces, and I have a task of very, very grave. What is the word I'm looking for? A delicate task for you. And Renato takes the sheath katana from his belt and he kind of lays it out in front of the the blacksmith, and kind of like gently removes it, showing the length of the damage and whatnot. And he says, I want you to take this and I want you to make it a work of art, something that will honor the man that once wielded it.
And he kind of picks up the piece that has the hilt and kind of puts it up to his face and kind of stares down the blade, and he's examining it, and he says, "This is, even in this state, it's still the craftsmanship is not something I've seen."
I've been told it is something quite rare in these parts.
And so he looks at the other part, and there's there are pieces missing, but he says, well, and he looks at it, he says, matching this material will be tough too, but with this amount of gold, I think I can import what's needed to take care of the job. It's going to take me some time, though.
I have plenty of it right now. And if you need anything else, well, I will do what I can to assist. This is very important to me.
Okay. And then he says, well, I'll I'll do my best.
Renato will slide over the entirety of his funds currently, all 700 gold, and that'll do it.
Right. So, similar to Bradalus, a couple weeks will pass, and you're greeted by a message from the blacksmith informing you that his work is done. Unless
Your
there's
order
something
is
else.
ready to be collected.
Yeah. Unless there's something else you're wanting to do in Phandalin surrounding areas, and other than just kind of gathering yourself and on the mend. Just if there's anything else you want to address or loose ends to tie up, let me know before I skip to this, I guess.
No, there's stuff that Renato wants to do with his family now, but I think that's honestly best saved for if we survive this. I don't think he's gonna start making moves now, and I mean, he'll put out feelers looking for Biba, of course, and maybe trying to see if there's any able-bodied people in Phandalin that want to take up what was left of what they had to do. Because Bradalus, he thinks he's the only one who made it out alive. So,
right. Yep. And so yeah, you're given the message by a small messenger, and basically to meet over at the blacksmith's, and to that you're good to go. Payments has gone, and he already has gotten his payment, so he's ready to deliver your order.
Okay, he heads over.
Okay. When you get there, you're met again by the same blacksmith, and he says, "Ah, yes," and he says, "I've finished what you've requested of me. I had to ship in some other. Actually, I had to consult some other smiths within the guild, even to just have an understanding of what was done here. But between their knowledge and materials and my hands, I think we did a pretty good job." And he goes over to his workstation and brings back this katana with you that is sheathed. And when you unsheath it, go ahead and tell us a little bit about what work has been done and what we have here.
Renato unsheathes the length of the katana. It's your usual. It is your usual hilt and pommel affair. With the wavy metal that is characteristic of all these, but at the section of where the breakage originally happened, there is this patch of interweaving gold colored metal in a sort of kintsugi kind of pattern. The way that they repair pottery with veins of gold in Japan, it's like that except inlaid into the metal. The hilt and the wrapping around it is a nice kind of shiny black with gold accents, and inlaid in the I want to say somewhere on the blade is engraved in Hiroto's native tongue the word Setsugeka, which is snow moonflower.
Okay. But yeah, the craftsmanship is great. I mean, it's exactly what you were wanting.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, and we're already square. Payment is you paid up front. So, if you need anything else or any other services, let me know. But otherwise,
mechanical question.
Yeah.
I know we talked about it's basically a slashing rapier. Can it have versatile? If not, that's cool.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, that'll affect.
I mean, that's not. Yeah, it's not going to break anything. Yeah,
it's like a long sword. Yeah. Also, is it? We talked. Is it a +1 or is it just a standard weapon for now?
I'm fine with either. If it's not a +1, it is at least magic by definition to overcome resistances.
I'll take a fucking +1. But well, I already wrote down a +1 because I think that's what we talked
Yeah,
about.
no, that's fine.
Cool,
The
cool.
biggest reason I gave that was for resistance purposes, as you guys are getting into tier 2 play.
Gotcha. I think that's it. Yeah, he Renato sheets it, and he kind of and of course I am very very tapped on after that, but you have my sincere thanks for this. I will visit you at some point in the near future to discuss some more. And he kind of pats down his battered and kind of like worn out leather armor. If I'm going to fight the dragon, this might need some a little bit of improvement. But that will come in time.
And I wouldn't say right after, but within that same general time frame, within the same couple days, you do receive word from the town master that there has been a development on the dragon, and to come visit with him, and so he can give you the details.
Okay, yeah, he goes immediately. Renato's not fucking around anymore.
Okay. And he says, I hope the last few weeks have treated you well, Renato. You seem, I don't want to say in better spirits, but you seem more composed and more sure.
Thank you, Town Master. It is, the compliment is appreciated. You said you had some news about the dragon?
Yes. So the dragon has angered some nearby cultists, impeding into their territory up at the Circle of Thunder. They are in the process of a ritual to summon a beast that would wreak havoc on anything in sight, honestly. And Circle of Thunder isn't that far from a friend of mine's hunting lodge, as well as the entry point to the Tribord Trail. If this beast was allowed to roam and made its way down to the trail, it could decimate trade, even just travel in general. I mean, we would basically be stranded out here with nothing in, nothing out in Phandalin. Eventually, and with the lack of resources and our need for the trade routes, I feel that this would push us out of Phandalin for good as well. And then we wouldn't even have to be worrying about a dragon. You know, one problem or another, it seems. So, my task for you is head up to the Circle of Thunder, and hopefully you can intercede before the ritual is completed. So you're just taking out a couple cultists rather than this beast.
I would be more than happy to serve, but I am still just one man. Is there been any development on the search for Abiba? Perhaps some more fighting men in the local vicinity?
I can send a few men with you, and there are others who are aware of this threat, and hopefully their desires would cause them to intercede as well, because it affects more than just citizens of Phandalin. So with any luck, I could be sending you into an empty shrine, already taken out by other parties. You know what they say, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, and I'm hoping that holds true in this case.
I agree. Yes, I will Gather the hardest, and I will set out at once.
Okay, and so you make your way up to the Circle of Thunder as well. It's also a pretty long journey from Phandalin, but we'll get to that. Okay, so next would be Bila.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second. Sorry, the little old lady that we helped take care of fell, so Desiree might have to go to take her to the ER.
Oh shit.
So I'm asking her if she has enough milk pumped because she just started pumping.
Sure.
Uh,
Yeah, take care of the baby.
that she could leave the baby here, or if Annalise would have to go with her.
Sure.
Yeah, because formula is not easy to get right now.
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, we'll see what that goes. But she said she doesn't even know if she has to go yet. She's waiting to see what Anna said, or if Anna's niece is taking her. But we'll see.
You take all the time you need, dude.
Yeah, no, we're good for now. I'm just letting you know that's yeah.
It is a thing.
Yeah.
You can literally just like get through the setting up of the next part if you gotta.
Yeah. But so when Biva, I don't even want to say comes to, in my mind, and correct me if I'm wrong, but this is just kind of the vision I see, is that in almost an animated, like, stereotypical, like, goo style, like, many different parts of you just kind of, take its time to heal, and they all just form back together, and that's kind of my envisionment. But however you come back to, when you come back, Bradalus is gone, Renato is gone, and Hiroto is lifeless.
Well, he is also gone.
Oh yeah, he is gone. Yeah, because you buried. Sorry.
He said
So you're
just been abandoned. The corpse is just starting to rot.
Yeah. So you find yourself in Axeholm, and there is when you kind of explore around Axeholm and try to do the initial assessment of your surroundings, you do find some citizens and surveyors of Phandalin kind of checking the place out and still pretty fresh from all that has transpired, but they're assessing it as a shelter. So what would you do?
Well, upon waking up, Biba is essentially half put back together, half regenerated, and just kind of like, woof. I have no idea what just happened. And so once she goes outside and she sees people like surveying the place, she's like, "Oh, well, we must have done it, I guess." And walks up to him, just like, "Hello, can you fill me in on the time that has passed? What's the day?"
And you kind of see a kind of a look of surprise, and they said, "Oh, you were one of the ones that were sent to clear this place. Thank you. It's been about a week since we received word that Axeholm had been cleared of its monstrosities, and the stories and details are scarce, but what we know from your friend Renato, who made it back to Phandalin not too long after your all's battle, that you all were struck down by a beast that he didn't want to speak of, and he thought he was the only survivor. One of your companions was complete, as well as you, were completely missing, and his hands was he found, and he had to lay him to rest. But to his knowledge, he was the only survivor. So it's a surprise to see you, but we're very grateful.
Well, at least one of them did that. Take a mental note of who there. Which one did he say didn't make it? So I can just take a note of that.
Hiroto is the
Oh
one
no.
laid to rest.
Well, that's sad. Anyway, I gotta be going now. Goodbye. And she just
Yeah.
starts heading towards Phandalin.
Fucking stone cold.
And similar reaction. The guy like expecting, and he was kind of talking and his body language that he was trying to understand and acknowledge your loss. So when you just kind of walk off like that, he kind of has a I don't know what to do with my hands moment, and just kind of stares off at you as you're leaving.
Yeah, Biba, this is not the first time she has experienced the death of something that she cares about, but she's been around as long as time has. So, you
Okay.
know, she's fascinated by people, but at the exact same moment, she is not people. So she's just
Yeah,
going to continue her original purpose, and now she has a direction for the purpose.
Eldritch horror from the abyss, Biba.
Little friend.
She would prefer it if people didn't have to die, but she knew one way or another she was gonna out survive a lot of people.
Yeah. And given that Biba is not really dealing with any emotional fallout as the rest would, um, what would Biba's agenda be? I mean, you said head to Phandalin, but to what end? I guess what is
Well,
their intent? Actually, I don't know if it's come up. What is, or if it has? I am struggling. I've forgotten. What is Biba's pronouns? Is it a
uh,
her or is it they
yeah,
them?
I think we settled on Biba is she, but also it would be funny if Biba was they them plural, as in lots of Biba make up Biba. But
Yeah.
I was like, we're gonna stick with Biba is one unit made of many units.
Right. Yeah. And
Biba
I feel like
is
we
Biba
had,
is
but I couldn't
very
remember what.
Biba's like
Yeah.
very performative. She her.
She her because that's just the aesthetic she felt like going with.
Right. Okay. And I knew it was something. I just, yeah.
Yeah,
That's why
but
I've been dancing around it, but it's been hard this session, so I figured I'd just ask.
No, for sure.
yeah, no, Biba is almost childlikely gonna go through time, and it almost comes off that she doesn't care, but it's so much that, with the feelings, been there, done that. Anyway, I have a thing to go do now.
Okay. Um. So heading back to Phandalin, what would be her first step when she gets there? Or is there any steps along? I mean, yeah, like I said, it doesn't have to
What
be a straight path either. Just
all
kind of
she likes
whatever.
to do is wander. Like, she likes to wander and see people and how they go and figure out what makes them tick. Because, like, the idea of community, she doesn't have that innately. So she's gonna go back to Phandalin to find the one that she had started to form a bit. So she's gonna go there and she's gonna find Renato and be like, "Hey, someone told me you were here. What's up?"
Just missed him.
um. So yeah. Um.
Yeah, if Biba didn't have a direction, she would just start wandering to places.
Right, and that's kind of what I'm thinking is Biba in her childlike curiosity, um, makes a path for Phandalin, but along the way there's some detours, some curiosity, some. She's been she's had that traveling party with her for the last few weeks to kind of rail her in from her curiosity and just kind of wandering. It's all been
Yeah,
very
now there's no one to stop her from like, ooh, what's that thing?
exactly.
Grabby.
So I feel that yeah, Bebo just kind of wanders in the general vicinity. I'm not gonna say she gets lost per se, but she
She
Biba
takes her
has
but
a
time.
very different sense of time.
right. And so one evening, as Biba has kind of taken a moment to assess her surroundings and decide what's next, um, she comes across a small camp, um, and it's not super late, so there's men gathered around a campfire, and they're just talking, conversing, nothing of note, just kind of having a good time. And Bibo wanders into the camp. I'm not going to say that she's seen, but she's upon the camp, so if she wanted to um, quench her curiosities, that she could approach that.
Yeah, Biba's gonna scope it for a second just to see if these people are nice or not, because she has learned that people can be very, very not nice, given the week it took her to regenerate. So at first she's gonna be a little bit careful just to see, like, hey, are these friends? Or are these bad?
Right. Um, so you were able to recognize some of various symbols, patches, and stuff. And from what you gather, it's a ragtag group of hunters. What would be deemed as like a makeshift soldier, a small group of men, kind of. But you recognize their garbs, attire, patches, anything. They are from Phandalin.
Oh boy! She, like, walks right up to him and is like, hello!
And they're all kind of surprised. So they kind of reach for their weapons, but they don't draw them as they kind of see. You startle them, but they acknowledge, oh, you're not attacking, and they're kind of eyeing the situation, and they say, hello, who are you?
Biba, you're
Or
from
what?
Phandalin.
What? Well, I guess what are you? But yeah, no, yes, we are from Phandalin. Um,
Yeah, I was headed there. What's up?
headed from where?
Ah, this Alpha Castle. Fucking terrible.
Oh, well, you overshot it a little bit. You're north of Phandalin, actually. You're about to hit the wilderness north of the Tribor Trail. Um, but
Uh, that was
but
not the plan.
what's your interest in Phandalin?
There's a guy there that I need to meet up with, Renato. He's
Ah,
kind of a rich boy.
yeah, he's actually been made sort of a makeshift, I guess, captain of our expedition. He's not with us. He's gone on a little ahead with us, another group. But Phandalin is trying to take care of an issue up at the Circle of Thunder with some cultists, some real bad juju, um, to stop the cult from summoning a beast to contend with the dragon and other things as well.
Can you point me in the directions he headed, though, so I can at least try to catch up with him? You know,
Um, I mean,
going as fast as possible here, but apparently not fast enough.
if you want, yeah, we can point you, and they kind of point up the trail and they direct you through the wilderness. And they said, I mean, and you're friends with Renato?
Yeah. We were in that castle together. It took me a really long time to pull myself together, but now I am together. So I was gonna go find him, and I guess he's taken a little bit more of a trip than I expected.
Oh, well, in that case, I'm sure he'll be happy to have your assistance. I mean, if you would like, we're heading out first light, and you could travel with us. Otherwise, like I said, it's just right. Follow the Tribord Trail up to Coney Berry, and then go through the wilderness. And he gives you a series of markers, and he said you're more than welcome to travel by yourself, but we'd be honored to have you along with us as well.
Be better. I've not done very good at getting to Phandalin on my own, apparently, so that would probably help. Thank you.
So the plan is to ride up to Circle of Thunder, or at least start the trek, because it is a long journey. So it would probably take most of the following day. Is there anything that you would like to do along the way prior to departing that evening? Anything else? Anything else to tie up before you make the journey to Circle of Thunder?
I mean, given everything that's happened, now that Biba's finally gotten herself together and she has somebody to keep her on a trail, she's probably gonna start practicing her sorcery a little bit more just to try to get stronger, because it obviously wasn't strong enough last time. So, when she has free time, she'll work on herself, but no, largely she's just like single-minded push, gotta get there. That's my next goal. That's how I'll figure out things in general.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So that sounds good. All right. So finally, go ahead and introduce the new guy, Brandon.
Okay. But where is no guy?
Uh, that is up to you. I assumed, kind of as we discussed, eventually you'll head down to Axeholm after hearing. But we can start prior to that. We can set basically wherever you feel that needs to be set up. But I
So
figured
it's okay.
ultimately you'd head down to Axeholm at some point.
At some point adjacent to shit getting fucked in Axeholm, uh a dwarf is gonna show up at the Dwarven excavation, the ruins where we didn't get blown up by the gem. Uh this guy in chainmail, nice silver helmet, goggles, covered in some furs for warmth, is gonna show up and be like, "Hey, kinsman, heard you needed some help here. It looks like everything's fine."
You said the Dwarven excavation site?
Yeah. He's gonna show up there to help and find everything's already been dealt with.
I love the sounds of DM stalling, DM stalling, DM stalling.
This is the part they normally edit out of like edited podcasts.
Oh yeah,
Because
of
it
course.
happens.
Of course, people move
Okay.
around a lot.
Okay. Oof. I got worried there for a second. Dwarven excavation site's fine. So yeah, no, you were. I do remember for sure which one has been hacked, but Dwarven excavation site's good. So you were greeted by, what are their names? Norbin and Zorb, something like that.
Orbin time.
Dazzlin,
Fraser.
Dazzlin, and Norbus.
Norbit.
Norbit?
Yep.
God.
Norbit and
Yeah.
Rasputia, yes.
Turkey ass.
But so they'll greet you, and what you see is they've actually made pretty good progress, and they've unearthed some treasures. But they said, "Well, yes, I can't remember these voices, so they're going to be different voices." Um, I mean, but you'll have to buy in your claim. This is ours. If you have a buy to if you buy in for a stake, then be my guest.
Oh, barely a copper to my name right now, but no, I just came by to see if you needed help. But looks like everything's good here. I heard, I
Free
heard
labor,
you.
free
Heard,
labor, you say?
I mean, as long as you'll treat me to some supper, I guess we can work something out.
Nah, that's fair enough. I guess almost free labor is better than no labor.
So yeah, I
Uh,
expect he'll spend a couple days with them, helping them out. Um, he's more than just moving rocks and shit. I mean, he does have insights into dwarven civilization, dwarven ruins, dwarven blah 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 blah. Someone gets hurt, he can heal them.
A real
yeah,
dwarfy dwarf.
The
and
dwarfiest dwarf
so
ever dwarfed.
yeah, and so you help out quite a bit, and Dazzlin and Norbis, while cautious to maintain their claim, they grow fond of you, and between work and meals, and you all converse and exchange stories and experiences, and at some point, the tale of what happened with the party came up, and they're like, ah, yes, we met a strange bunch just a few weeks ago.
We were replacing tables for weeks.
Not this place. Not this place. That would be Nomengard.
And yeah, and
And they helped us clear out this place, except then we found a gem that they didn't find, and it blew up several of our workers.
right, um, yeah, they did a great job. They cleared out the place, and that's why we're able to maintain our claim here. But they did some damage, and eventually, and you've probably seen it in passing. And they said that's room back there. There was a gem that I would have loved to get our hands on, but it's good we didn't. Otherwise, it'd be the last thing our hands touched.
Ah, yes, I've heard of these very stupid traps.
But since then, um, we've we've had to make a few trips to surrounding villages, and for supplies, and broke a pickaxe or two and needed to replace. And along the way, we found out that these four are actually been, by Phandalin standards, fairly prolific with their questing. Apparently, they were able to clear out a whole dwarven fortress over here, Axeholm, if you've ever heard of it.
Cool, and Holgrim at this point is gonna spit out a mouthful of stew that he was eating. Axe, what? Where? Dwarven? Where?
Axeholm, it's actually not far from here. It's just up the mountain, a little bit to the east. Yeah, it's a pretty ancient, well, not ancient, but an old fortress that's been long abandoned. Um, the the dwarves there sealed themselves up, and apparently what they sealed in with them didn't like that too much, and so it's been long untouched. And those four cracked the place back open and cleared out what evil remained.
That's what I'm hearing. All this time I've been working here is there's an honest to goodness fortress but a couple miles from here. And I've just been working for potatoes when there's something new to be found over there. Oh, he's gonna like immediately just drop his bowl of soup and like start packing up his shit. And be like, "Well, been real nice talking to you. Da 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 da. I got places to be." And he's gleaming his fucking eyes. He's like, "Ooh, what's gonna be found there?"
And
Might be-
Dazzlin's like, and Dazzlin kind of, as you're saying, he's like, well, you never asked. I mean, we could have told you there was other places. But yeah, you're able.
And they're gonna be
Yeah.
like, "Wait, but there's like a level 8 dungeon as well. That's a dwarf that's over there." Okay, bye.
It's
No one's been
literally
to it yet.
Gauntle. It's literally Gauntlgrim.
And it's about that moment that they strike oil.
It's about that time that it turns out that gelatinous cube was actually a 30-foot tall megafauna from the Mesozoic era.
And then they turn themselves into pickles. Funniest shit I ever saw.
Okay, but like Biba
Campaign
literally,
for Halloween, we'll just all be pickles.
Biba literally could be a pickle is the thing.
Yeah, all the limbs I have are entirely optional. Like, I could just not have limbs.
Hey guys, look, I'm a pickle.
Please don't give us the idea to turn Biba into a pickle. Don't put that out into the universe. We don't need to ruin this campaign by turning it into a Rick and Morty joke.
Then I make the joke and nothing will ever be funnier, so we end the campaign.
And the group. We
All
never
right,
play
guys.
D&D together again.
TPKs, yeah, no, we can circumvent
Total
that.
pickle kill.
Rick and Morty jokes. Nope, we're never gonna get any better.
A Rick and Morty joke that, by the way, is several years old now.
Yup. But yeah, so you make your way to Axeholm, and honestly, at the pace you're, because I'm assuming that just the mere excitements of the prospect of
Dwarven shit.
right is enough of a motivating factor to keep your pace more, probably faster than you've traveled in a while. I'm not
Guys,
saying
glad
that
we
you're
left no
lethargic.
guard. It's just dwarven shit everywhere.
Oh my god, they didn't have plumbing. There's shit everywhere. This is just what I was looking for.
But yeah, so you make it to Axeholm, and the site that you come up on is it is open, but there's a lot of traffic in and out. By just what you to do. I mean, humans, like, I mean, they don't seem to pay any attention to you, but you're able to just kind of walk. If you
Excellent.
choose, you could walk right up, and they're not even really paying any attention to you. They're just going in and out and kind of.
Oh yeah. Gonna go up to the nearest one and grab out the scruff of his, not his collar, because I can't reach that fucking high up. I guess around his belly, grab his shirt there, be like, "By Moradin's beard, what is going on here? What is all this? Who are you?"
Well, we're the
Iceswamp.
the survey crew sent from Phandalin to basically scope out this fortress as a shelter that if Phandalin is destroyed or in peril, we will deem new Phandalin. And he kind of given the structures and what it is, there would have to be some changes to make it more accessible and more accommodating to other people. And you could tell the whole time he's skirting around, basically noting that you're a dwarf, trying and skirting around basically borderline racism.
I know you people like to live in cave. I mean,
But so yeah, this buddy's like, yeah, so it's just
So you
The-
see this old armory? That's gonna be Orange Julius.
but yeah, so but I mean
really love Orange
essentially
Julius.
essentially
Don't worry,
that's
Jordan.
what they're
Come and
looking
see
at
it.
is they're completely looking at a practicality side of it with no regards to the culture or the craftsmanship. They haven't made changes yet, but you can tell, like, you have surveyors there with sketches that are kind of making note, and you can see like proposed changes as you're kind of walking through. and they're doing this on a matter of what is practical, but it's not. It's going to be a big hit to the beauty of this place.
Yeah, we're putting the water
Hey, rock
slide
up
over
the
there.
bridge.
We're gonna take out this big, immaculate statue, and what we're gonna that's been here for centuries, and we're just gonna put in a nice McDonald's.
This is where the hot topic is going.
This is where the spirit Halloween goes.
Yeah, there's like there's a building that's like going up that just very clearly is a restaurant and it says Ye Old Bennigan's.
This
Yeah,
place
it's
isn't even
getting,
open yet, and they still have a spirit in there somehow.
It's about that time that Holgrim's gonna walk up to one of the planners when he's mid-sentence saying that shit, and he's gonna get a big meaty dwarven fist to the gut.
All right.
And he
That's
just,
enough of that. Okay, you
he's
are
got that
done.
over. And yeah, you get like and there's some larger men as well. Like didn't come completely unprotected, but they kind of are trying to calm the situation down. They're not immediately fighting back, but they said, "Well, hold on, friend."
Now, look here. This is why Morden sent me here. Now everything's clear. Okay. No. Now look here. I was of a couple different minds here and how you're going to use this as a sanctuary for folk running from that dragon. That's all fine. But if you're going to make this place fit for habitation, you're doing everything ass backwards. And he's going to spend a couple days with them just like, here is my more than basic understanding of carpentry, masonry, and smithing, all the other dwarfy shit I got. And like,
You're gonna
you're doing this wrong.
appropriate my culture. Then
Yeah,
you might as well
exactly.
do it right.
It's like,
But
I
you
am
don't
your
want
fucking...
the Margaritaville?
If you're gonna gentrify the way I like.
Please, the dwarves would be the ones to make the Margaritaville. It'd just be like an
Pretty fucking much, but he's gonna
But,
like,
yeah.
no.
So
You're
I mean,
gonna-
and they're willing to take the help. They're not completely closed off to it. But throughout the time, eventually a conversation does come up, and he says, "Well, if we could just handle the beast up at the Circle of Thunder, we would, and even the dragon. I mean, take out the big problems, and we wouldn't even have to use this place, and it could be restored to its former glory as a shrine to the dwarven culture, and not, essentially what would be containing an entire city."
Dragon, beast, circle of thunder. Why didn't you say so? I'm gonna give him another punch in the gut, and I'll be off.
Jeez.
And you get a little ways, and not very far. You get a couple 100 feet, and oh wait, you would okay. I said Circle of Thunder. Never mind. I was gonna say you don't even know where you're going, but yeah, Circle of Thunder. Yeah, you'd be able to deduce that. So yeah, you make your way to the Circle of Thunder, and that is where we will all meet up through your various journeys. Okay.
Isaac, I sent you a message.
Yep, I got it.
Also, to be perfectly clear, Holgrim wasn't like, don't. He was like, we're fixing your plans because you guys are fucking idiots.
Gotcha.
And minimizing the amount of fuckery that has to happen.
Sure.
Right.
Okay, you want to take down the statue? Fine, but you might as well use it for a fucking barricade here. Use these parts for this, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. This room, no, you're not touching. That's, buried remains, blah, blah, blah. This room now, you have it marked for this, when really it has more room for this, blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
The
Cool.
Finnegan sign has to be carved stone rather than a stamp of plaster.
Carved stone, also acceptable, is marquee. We dwarves know how to do that.
Okay. I took all that time and I didn't ready the next sheet because,
Y'all
That
motherfuckers
would be-
like some painted frescoes.
Bro, it never fails to surprise me when they're in fucking ancient abandoned ruins and they're like, yeah, they just put plaster over the frescoes at some point. So we're the frescoes got preserved because people decided that they weren't in fashion anymore. And I'm like, What kind of ass backwards fucking... Look at this beautiful thing on the wall. Plaster.
Yeah, no, again, par for the course for introducing the dude. He 100% has proficiency with carpenter's tools, and mason's tools, and smith's tools.
Sure.
He is ultra, big feller. Except little. Little feller, if you may.
Aw. I am making.
All right.
Biba is one of the most emojiable characters ever, so I'm giving us Biba emojis.
Yeah, the artist who I borrowed the art from loves that character so much. She draws that character at any opportunity, even if the main person in the drawing is someone else. She might just sneak them in there real quick.
So let's see.
Also, for everyone except for Isaac, you probably already aware, but I'm just reminding you that the sale is on until midnight PDT for the Mog Station store shit. Yada yada.
Forgot about that.
Oh.
I'm gonna buy dyes.
I always feel like, wait, what about you? Whenever you say everybody but Isaac, but then you get like 3 words in, I'm like, oh wait, you're talking about
Yeah,
Final Fantasy.
that's
Yeah,
fine.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
No, I didn't even know if sale was going on because I've been real deep into the Switch games the last couple weeks, so I haven't even been on Final Fantasy in a hot second.
Well, now you know. If you want
You
to
should
buy
just
shit
buy
from the store, now's the time.
Fantasias.
My girlfriend has a fucking addiction to Fantasias. It's terrible.
Yeah,
They're
I
like
don't.
$25.
Fantasia's Anonymous. I see a lot of new faces here. I'm very disappointed.
I don't get it, man. Like I'm so attached to like what Veil
Oh,
is.
me too.
I don't.
Okay, I will
get it.
say, so we will do quote unquote arcs where me and all my friends will transform into a different race or something, and it is very funny to have people be like, "All right, it's the kindergarten arc. Everybody become a Lala."
I guess that's
2
funny,
weeks.
but like long term, like people who like change their mind every month what their character is, and I'm like, do you not miss who they used to be? Like in my brain, like characters aren't real people, but like you're killing a character or whatever, and to be a rabbit,
Mhm.
like I don't know.
Sabby just can't make up her fucking mind. Like, I feel like I identify more like as a Lala, but then I really like the aesthetic of the Aura, but then blah blah. It's
Aura girls are very good. I respect that.
Made a Lalafell, and I can't not be a Lalafell. Just I play around with other characters in like the character creator, and I'm like, yeah, that's nice, but I already reached perfection.
It do be like that.
All right. So the way I'm going to do this, we're still gonna do it under the assumption that you guys don't necessarily come upon each other immediately.
Mhm.
So we are gonna take
staggered approach. Yes, yes.
Yep,
Very
yep. And so the way I would see it is we'll do
Order we did those
Renato.
little vignettes in, huh?
not really.
No.
Because I think the cultists of Talos would not be as much of a hurry because they don't have a localized, like they don't have Phandalin.
Okay.
So they would be like, yeah, no, take your time, man, just get it done before the thing happens.
Gotcha.
So I'm gonna say we're gonna do Renato, Biba, Hogren is the name.
Holgrim,
Holgrim, okay, Holgrim,
as
and
opposed
then
to half grim.
so the scene that you guys
I read
come
his
upon.
name as Holgrim Heart for a second, and I was just like, you didn't.
It is
But-
quite okay to be confused by the spelling and shit. Hearth.
Heart.
So the scene you guys come upon is Yeah. Well, it's right over there. But then you continue into the woods. But
Oh
what you
god, I,
see,
I I couldn't possibly continue. Already
what you
already
Dick.
went once,
You
buddy.
fucking ass.
So what you see, and I'll bring it up a little bit, is this is a hill. So I'll try to give you guys some perspective as far as heights.
Ah. Taller than any mountain in Louisiana.
But yeah,
There's
you
no
guys are
mountain
coming
in Louisiana.
Exactly.
in from the south. And what you see there's the circle of presumably thunder, and these are kind of like Stonehenge-esque, like pillars that they have arch, like those squares are like the arches underneath the pillars underneath them. So those are raised up. You could go through the center of it. They're 8 feet to the bottom of it. Um, so you could go through those, but it's kind of like a Stonehenge situation. In it, you see a shroud of darkness. Any of you with any amount of magical knowledge can tell this is definitely magical darkness. It's not caused naturally, and it is kind of, as time goes on and as you assess the situation, kind of increasing in severity. You hear ritual music. You're able, this is the ritual that they're doing in the Circle of Thunder. Aside from that, you do see 3 caves as you kind of wrap your way, if you do your rounds around the hill, that lead into the various levels of the hill. But they're kind of like Hobbit home doors, basically. Like they're just right into the hill. So you could walk up the hill easily, or you could enter into the caves.
They're barrows.
Yeah. But while you guys are doing that, Annalise is finally like done eating, so I'm gonna go take these pictures real quick while you guys decide, kind of think over what you want to do. Order is Renato, Biba, Holgrim. God damn it! Let me just
Grim.
Grim. Okay, Holgrim and Braidless. But give me like 2-3 minutes.
Yep,
Well,
take your
I gotta
time.
get the blanket, so 5 maybe. But
That's cool, dude. Do your thing.
Sounds like enough time for an unsynced.
All right.
label.
Oh, okay. For a second, I was about to kill you.
Unsynced. Dropped my phone.
Yeah, let me unsync this raid real quick.
That was nice. That was a nice little. I like these some nice little character development vignettes. That was sweet. I'm trying to think of what I've got here. I don't have 3rd level spells because Renato's 5th level was Infighter.
Do I finally get to play dead emote?
From the sale.
Yeah.
Sale.
First, I thought you said play daddy, and I'm like, that's not an emote.
It is if you use the mod archive.
I can just do that. You guys forget I'm on Balmung.
Yeah, you are. I thought you were on God. No, you moved with.
I
you were on
was
Saudi. Yeah, that's
Goblin.
what it was.
Yeah.
Now he's a goddamn.
Go with your
Sticky
first
boy.
instinct, boy. No.
No.
Yeah. Listen, that dude Caleb City is one of my favorite fucking YouTubers. Period. That
Can we
dude-
talk about? Can we talk about the newest TikTok craze? Have you
I don't
seen
know anything about it, so
the Seabat meme?
I'm sorry.
So do you know what Seabat is?
Like isn't there a band called the Seabats?
Yeah, well, Seabat is a band. They are like this weird, like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, maybe just like early EDM from the early 2000s meme.
Was it the one with the dude in the playlist?
Yes, this is
Yeah.
a story that I'm getting ready to tell. So
I think I sent this to Tyler. I don't know if he's watched it.
yeah,
I've
so
watched
there's
everything.
a guy who just was talking about, he's like, there's this song I really like that I put on my sex playlist.
Oh, okay,
and my
yes.
girlfriend was like, all right, yeah. What if I told you that my kids have been singing that for days now?
Go
They
figure.
won't stop.
Go fucking figure.
And I don't know if they
funny.
get it. I don't know if they get it or not, honestly.
I mean, how old are your kids?
They're in 6th grade, so they're like 11, 12.
They get it. I think
Most of them
worried
do.
about?
Some of them are probably sheltered enough to not, but by
Yeah.
6th grade, most.
Yeah, no, like freaking.
I
I think
The best part about that is when he says that when he decided he was gonna stop playing it, she could recognize that he was thinking it by the rhythm that he was doing. And I'm like, this dude
I
needs
listened
to
to the song and I was
relearn.
like, damn, dude, you were matching that rhythm in your head, that pattern.
The thing
Like,
is that this originates from a Reddit post on like, "Am I the asshole?"
Yeah.
So it has like a 90% chance to be complete and total fake writing exercise bullshit.
Yeah,
sure,
but on the off chance it is real, it's still the funniest post I've ever seen.
It's pretty good. It's pretty out there.
Sometimes I'm just gonna take things at face value because it's funnier and
It's-
hurts no one.
That's a good point.
I really like the part in the second post they made where he was like, yeah, so my girlfriend broke up with me because she found out because her sister saw the post and told her about it.
Oh no.
Turns out there's not many people with my Reddit name who are dating a 23-year-old named such and such that we just went through this situation. Anyway, her parents were pretty pissed because, like, they recognized it too because I had showed them the song at a dinner
Oh,
like
no.
a month ago.
No.
And they had told me I
No.
had weird taste in music.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. But that
Border. Oh, he doesn't have a border change. Dang it! I thought he had an anemone border. The red into yellow.
I mean, that would have been cool, but you know.
Could have been a cool reveal, guys. Way to blow it.
Damn our production values.
Oh, I need to click on Viva. I was about to just click the button.
The director needs to be fired.
Oh yeah, I guess I need to.
Yo, 19 on the die. No
Oh,
fucking
shit.
dex mod to that.
Wow,
Fucking-
good
Uh-oh.
Of
job.
course. The one time it actually fucking matters.
All right, cool. I mean, I'm down for some fucking experimental PvP. That's cool.
Alright, Bredalus dies. Next week we have Bredalus.
I mean,
Brebelus.
Bredalus.
fuck it.
Splits in two and makes one that's shaped kind of like Bradalus. It's like he's here.
This is Cookie Breadless. We take a bite out of him every time we take damage.
Alright, so, I guess I gotta go
Yeah, yeah.
to this thing. Okay.
Renato will go
So-
first. I have a +5 dex mod.
Yeah,
I
you
guess I have
please
to
do.
play the Paladin 5e.
Yeah, sorry, Josh. I think this is no hard feelings, bud.
You're forgetting that I got extra attack this level.
Well, we'll see.
And you are squishy.
We'll see. We'll see.
Opens up tab called DM bullshit.
I will take my spell slot back
Sub
since I
sub sub
didn't
subfolder plot armor.
throw.
Reba, you were up first.
Right. Biba
Baby.
I know.
is going to try to read this situation that she knows almost nothing about by casting Detect Thought on Bradalus. Let's see.
What kind of save do I have to make?
I think it's gonna be a
Intelligence 3 or lower, doesn't speak, blah 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 blah. It's a very long explanation. As an action.
Oh, as an action, you get the like surface thoughts
Yeah.
automatically, and then you can probe in deeper
me just-
with a wisdom save.
Yeah, because it's very, very long, as you can see. And I'm just like, Jesus Christ, I thought it was just a save. Where's the save?
I mean, it's at the bottom.
Yeah, I'm gonna make him do the wisdom save so that I can get a whole read on the situation.
I believe it's an intelligence save. Oh no, yeah, it's a wisdom saving throw. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Ah,
What a complicated
God.
ass spell.
Damn it.
Oh, you still get his
Very-
surface thoughts.
I'm
Yeah.
very wise.
And Josh can correct me, but I would say the extent of what you would get as far as surface thoughts was a sense of urgency just to complete the ritual.
Yeah, that and I'm pissed at Renato.
Yeah, I'm thinking, if I may, surface thoughts in his head, reading something like "I have to do this." Also, possibly, and please do correct me because this might be wrong. I don't want to do this.
I mean,
That might be a little deeper.
I don't know if that's I don't know if that's surface.
At the very least,
I mean,
quite
there might be
possibly.
some.
I'm not-
hesitancy, I don't know.
I'm not.
But I wouldn't go
I
that
would
far.
say there's no excitement. You're definitely not
That's
getting
fair.
that feeling.
Gotcha.
After she gets those very surface level thoughts, she's just gonna telepathically in his brain, because she can do that if she wants to, no modifier. She's gonna just be like, "Hey, why? Wink if you want me to stop you."
I think Brados just thinks back. If you want this to end, just step away.
The mixed up cultist, the one that's been kind of chilling doing his thing, he lifts his hands up and he yells what seems to be some finality into the ritual, and a lightning bolt strikes. And Gorthok, the Thunderboar, doth appear.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, good. On top of my axe.
The boar's touching the flaming axe, so he can make a Constitution save and takes it down.
Gorthok,
Um,
We did it.
Uh,
Read it.
But Bradalus, give me a perception check.
Fuck me. Okay.
Yep, that's the save. As Gorthok touches down, you notice that basically since you made the deal with Talos, you've had kind of like almost tattoo-esque markings of various like lightning bolts and patterns of, kind of intermittently across you, kind of marking you of this deal. Gorthok being summoned, those markings are now gone.
Oh, sick. All right. Well,
Yeah.
deal's done. We can leave now.
Like hell!
I thought we had bigger fish to fry. It was something about a dragon, right?
It's a very big fish. A very big fish.
Well, I guess I should roll Gorthok into initiative, but or he just won't get a turn.
I would like if he didn't get a turn.
I mean, I don't know why Gorthok's angry at me. I didn't do anything.
Okay, Biba, you were up.
Psionic
Oh.
blast.
Oh, hell
Yep.
yeah.
Oh,
Mother-
I'm assuming
My
on
thing isn't
on
scrolling
Gorthok.
Yeah, my thing isn't scrolling down automatically, so I keep clicking it multiple times.
Psionic,
Fuck.
yeah, it's a cone.
Yeah, it's a cone that goes this way for 30 feet.
So pretty much, if you want to catch her, I don't know if that catches Braidlets or not, but
I don't know, because, like, how
Cone,
big is a
cone
cone?
angle.
Cones
Cone
are
angle.
very ambiguous, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, like, a cone could be, like, this whole deal, or a cone could be beep, beep, beep. Like, what is a cone? That doesn't mean anything.
To the fub.
Because yeah, this is 30 feet. This is 30 feet. How wide is this cone? Is
Right,
it,
exactly.
Anything less than 180 degrees, that's what a cone is.
I think it's supposed to like.
Spellcasting.
Yeah, I know.
I thought it
I'm-
goes up
I'm
a
sure-
square and then out 2 squares and out.
That's
3.
kind of what I'm thinking. Yeah, like just barely
just, like,
misses
one-
braidless, but it gets like these two.
A cone's width at a given point along its length is equal to that point's distance from the point of origin.
Sure. So yeah. So
like mine? So everybody but Braidless and the 2 northern twig blights and Gorthok, right?
yes.
Oh, and the guy on the altar.
and homeboy. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So deck save from all of 2. I'm gonna assume those twig blights are probably. Is it
It's
take half damage?
It's take
Okay.
half damage. If you do fail, it is prone, knocked away 20 feet, and you take 19 force.
Yes, I
Okay.
wanted to whip out the big boy now.
Everybody.
Yeah, see why I said I was worried about Biba?
Yeah, no,
So-
Biba didn't want to kill Braidless, but like this could do it.
Well, it's not hidden braidless, so
Yeah, no, that's the point.
Everybody fails.
Including the giant pig, the biggest pig.
Yep.
the biggest.
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 Bingus pingus.
Throwback to last week, pig penis.
All right. So you said prone.
God damn it, that
Prone,
last two.
prone, and 20 feet.
Oh, the little ones
Unless
are dead,
something
huh?
is in the way, in which case they hit the thing. Or you can push him right through
he's
a
gonna
tree.
he's gonna immediately he's gonna hit that Stonehenge thing. Does he take damage on impact?
I think that's up to you.
Yeah, I think that's a you call. It doesn't say.
Well, because he's
specifically.
not really moving that far. Like he's basically already touching it, so I don't know that the force would be that much.
Yeah, I can like look in the
Like, I could-
lore, but it's
I could
probably
easily-
mostly-
Here's what we'll do. I am, for narrative purposes, we're gonna say Gorthok is pushed back and knocked prone, and then Homeboy is pushed back into Gorthok, and because he rolled very, very bad on his deck save, I'm gonna say that he is actually pushed back and gored by Gorthok.
Fucking awesome.
That's what I was thinking / hoping you'd say.
And
outcome truly.
so what you see when he is gored is that on impact, the tusks exude lightning, and it kind of comes up from the back of behind its ears and up through the tusks and into this cultist, and he is off the board now.
No!
Braidless is like, no, Jeff.
And then I gotta remember, I mixed these up, so this is the dude that is out of initiative now.
Yeah, they are not who they say they are.
Okay, so Biba took her turn, and so it'll be Holgrim's turn.
Holgrim is very confused. He's like, are you friends again? What? He's just gonna fucking.
I think
All I
we
had to do was summon the pig, okay?
I think we'll talk about that a little more later.
I will target the cultist and the 3 twig blights and not Braidless. They can make con
Okay.
saves. And those who fail will take. Well, there's my fucking roll.
Yeah, there you
okay.
go.
Those who fail will take 11 radiant.
14 for the cultist,
Fail.
Twig Blight, 13, 19, 11.
So the 1 twig blight survives, but the other 2 just get vaporized. And the cultist gets to eat 11 radiant. Yum yum.
Okay. Renato.
Renato sees like everything, take place, and he just kind of like looks in awe for a little bit, and then he says to Braidless, "We'll speak of this later. For now," and then instead of like making a statement, he's going to swing the sword on the remaining cultist for 28 to hit.
Yep.
For a big grand total of 9 slashing damage.
Alright.
You like kink against his arm, and it sinks in a little bit, and Brayless just kind of looks at you and shakes his head. like, come on, man.
I'm also going to cast a healing word at 2nd level on myself. I will take 9 HP. And that is my
Look at
turn.
this boy touching himself in the middle of battle.
Look, man, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.
Oh, I get it. Believe me, I'm a caster. I get it.
Alright, that's me.
The way this fight's been going, you'd think I am.
Okay, so Gorthok is going
um,
to take his...
Also, if I may, I'll 100% drop concentration on heat metal.
Okay. So Gorthok is going to take his turn. Bradalus hasn't done anything against Gorthok yet, has he?
No.
He's got a
Brayless
turn.
has stood
Yeah.
here and been like, what the fuck?
What the
So-
fuck? Is this allowed? What the fuck?
So then Gorthok's going to charge forward, and given this little thing that little slime that has pushed him back, he's going to hit him with. Yep, he does have 10-foot reach.
Okay, well, I was gonna. He after using half his movement to get up.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, he only really had to move, what, 10 feet?
Sure. I was just checking.
He is a big
Yeah.
pig.
He is a big pig.
So he is going, since Biba is 1, the only one that's angered him, and 2, the only thing he can reach that isn't supposedly a follower of him. He is going to Lightning Tusk and Thunder Hoof. Oh god. Okay, good thing the Thunder Hoofs don't hit you, but the Tusk is a 26 to hit.
Silvery barbs.
Okay.
Reroll that shit.
Tusks becomes a 14, so I think
think.
Biba's good.
Yeah, I'm a 14.
This is just an attack roll, so
and
yeah.
I'm a 17 with armor, and like I just take off that one as an implicit. She puts it on,
Okay.
like when she's adventuring, and I would think that she would have been adventuring before she got here.
Lasts for 8 hours. Yeah.
Yep. So, no, that is
It's
fine.
Hera underwear. You change it after a while, and you're good.
Nothing hits then, so the Twig Blights will go next.
I'm going to give the advantage to Braidless. He will have advantage on the next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw he makes within 1 minute.
Okay. So Twig Blight's gonna move up. There. That one's gonna move there. Or it's not moving, but it's still there. So 1 to Holgrim is a 22
No, that'll hit. Jesus fuck.
for 2 piercing.
Oh.
And then the other one is gonna go to Biba as well. And that's a 14, so that one does not hit. So then Cult Boy is going to take a two-handed longsword down on Holgrim again. 18 to hit.
Nope.
Tink.
And that brings us to Bradalis's turn.
All right.
What you gonna do,
So-
college boy?
The pig isn't angry at me, right?
He's seemingly... Yeah, he ignored you. I mean, he charged right up and just focused on the
Weed
slime.
I'm gonna walk over here and pick up my axe.
Yeah, it is about time you did that.
Just go ahead, give me a second. Excuse me.
It's just like, all right.
Like underneath its back legs.
Excuse
Yeah.
me, Mr. Gorthok. Excuse me.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, we got this.
Just gotta reach back here.
Just gonna oh, yeah, does an 18 hit?
It is an advantage if you want to fish for a crit.
Oh yeah, sure, we can fish for a crit.
It does hit.
Alright,
Yep.
that's 7 slashing.
Okay.
And then I have an extra attack.
Okay.
Uh
That one does
yeah.
not.
This one's not at advantage, is it?
No, it's only the next one you do.
Dude. Okay. He's gonna be like, look, I only had to bring it here. I didn't say I wouldn't kill it when I was done.
Now that's more like
if
it.
it's really going to cause problems.
That's cool and all. Would have been nice to have that at the beginning.
I tried to tell you. Said I
Morton
had to
says
do
measure
this.
twice, strike once, but fuck it, this'll work.
Moradin says it's okay to eyeball it if you have to.
Man, I've
Measure
eyeballed
once,
a lot of
cut.
stuff that-
Measure once, cut twice.
Morton
you
says just eyeball that some bitch.
just always cut it a little long, you know?
Yeah.
In case you fuck it up.
Make sure to draw a
Your
little line in
measurement said-
pencil first.
Yeah, your measurement said 34 3/10, so just cut 35. You're good.
Yeah, do not underestimate your ability to fuck up the math. at the front half.
Look, he's the god of dwarves, not the god of fucking mathematics.
Yeah, exactly. So here we are. And Bradalus is now just hoping this isn't another TPK because that's all he's got.
Biba, you were up.
This biggest piggest is also going to get a Tasha's Mind Whip.
Listen,
I
You
hope he's
save,
stupid.
right?
Yeah.
How intelligent is the pig?
this pig has a PhD in fucking you up as it rolls a 3.
Well, that's a 10 to damage. On its next turn, it has to choose whether it moves, takes an action, or a bonus action. And I think that's it. Yeah.
Does turning around count as an action?
He got
Count
thunder. He got thunder hooves. He can kick with back hooves.
Oh no.
It doesn't
Oh, yeah. And
specify.
as a final thing, I'm going to move just slightly out of range, even if it gives that other guy an opportunity attack.
It's only a twig blight.
Yeah, that's my idea, is that his opportunity attack is going to hurt way less than Big Pig.
Yeah, he does swing for 18 to hit.
So
Holy
probably-
fuck.
That
These twig
will
blights
hit.
are hitting hard for 3 piercing damage.
I'll
I mean,
take 3.
I mean they're hitting, they're not necessarily hitting hard.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
but-
I will take 3 damage
The
over
Sturge
anything
is
the
all
pig can
over
do.
again.
Because I'm doing a very good job at pissing off the pig. And I got 34 HP total, so it could absolutely deck me.
I love that our sorcerer has only 4 HP less than I do. Renato's been
Yeah,
rolling like shit
I've only
for
got
HP.
1 more HP than that right now.
I think
so.
on a couple occasions I've gotten my full amount, so I'm doing fine for HP in comparison to how I could be.
Fulgrim is up.
Well, if we're all friends again. Meow. Mass healing word.
Oh. Wow, you have Mass Healing Word already?
Yeah.
God damn.
D4 plus mod. So everybody who is friend, including Bradalus, can regain. There we go, 8 HP.
Ooh, I will take 8.
And the pig is sad because he thought we were friends and he didn't get healed.
Aww.
Eat shit, pig, and then
I
I'm
told you
gonna
we could have used him.
and then I'm gonna swing my fucking warhammer at this cultist in front of me. For a what's the bardic inspiration die size?
D6 for Renata.
In some
Sorry.
weird
16.
roundabout way,
16 to hit.
Does
feel-
not hit.
I feel like in some weird roundabout way, we are doing Talos proud by summoning and then killing it.
He
you
is
know?
like a god of destruction, so I mean, yeah.
I don't think he's gonna be that mad. Maybe a little bit, but
Yeah.
what do you want, dude?
This is one of those, like, well, found that loophole. Guess I should have thought that through kind of moments for Talos.
I do like it when people destroy things.
To be fair, if we destroy the pig, doesn't that mean that we have more chaotic destructive power than the pig itself?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that if if you kill it. It's like the Santa Claus from where if you kill the pig, you
The
become
Santa
pig.
Yeah.
Claus.
Alrighty. Renato's gonna take an AOO from the Twig Blight. That I just realized they're all doing PogChamp.
Wait.
They are, aren't they?
They're-
Jesus
They
Christ.
they are little pog champs.
Okay.
Five
I
will
guess you're my
not
little
hit.
fog champ.
And then Renato is going to channel a little bit of shadowy energy that he has, and do a God fucking damn it. Probably a
God
miss on.
fucking damn it.
Probably miss on inflict wounds.
Correct, it does.
Unfortunate.
Except you're targeting the Twig Blight. Hey.
No, we're not gonna be that guy. I accidentally gave myself 20 uses of inflict wounds and not, the 0 that I
Whoa.
should have. I used my
Unlimited power.
yeah, really. That's gotta be it, my dude. Uh oh.
So
Well-
Gorthok,
You're literally, I defy you, Pigman.
Uh-oh.
And now you about to
So-
see.
If I would have done
so
that
yeah,
one-
Gorthok sees you walk past him, pick up your axe, and then hit him with it. And as you do that, he takes his back hoof and just thuds right into you for a 25 to hit.
Oof.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
And that is 13 bludgeoning and 7 thunder.
Oof.
So I go.
Yeah.
30.
I think you took a minus 50 to hit to approval, as Gorthok hated that.
Yeah, that hurt. that one hurt, boys.
That shit
Go-
hurt.
Gorthok, you went back, picked up your axe, and hit him, and you just see the text. Gorthok will remember that. And then the lightning tusk is gonna go right at Renato.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 17 to hit.
Over barbs.
Okay.
Yeah, can
Lightning
I
tusk.
inflict wounds this guy real quick?
And that one's a 20,
God damn
so
it.
17.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna hit him with the good old inflict wounds while we're at it.
Or Hellish
Hellish
Rebuke,
Rebuke.
but
Hellish Rebuke. Yeah. Can
okay.
you give me a dexterity save?
16.
Yeah.
Okay,
Give me
so
the
he's gonna
damage,
take,
boss.
what, half?
Okay, so half is 8.
Yeah.
And your
no, it
damage-
takes 3.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. And the damage on the thunder tusks is 7 slashing, 7 lightning.
Okay. Woof. That shaved a good little bit off of me. Not gonna lie. I'm gonna give myself
Now-
that advantage that I get from silvery barbs.
And the twig blight is gonna. One's gonna hit Renato.
Yeah.
17 to hit.
These fucking
And
Twig
the other-
Blights, dude.
Well,
We
speaking
gotta
of
kill
which,
the Twig Blights.
the-
Let me guess.
the
Let me
other-
guess a crit.
The other, he did crit.
I fucking knew it.
God.
So Renato's gonna take 2 piercing,
Ow.
and Holgrim is gonna take 4 piercing.
Logan's like, son of a bitch!
Yeah, he's like,
Ah!
by Moradin's anvil, I will. Jesus fuck! Ah!
Oh god, Biba, like a nice angled cone would be lovely right about now.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
You
whoa,
see,
watch
the
who
thing
you're
about
coning.
the angled cones is that I ran out of spell slots for the angled cone.
Do you not have 2 level 3 spell slots?
Yeah, but I used the other one.
Would you use
One
it
of
on?
them- I did. Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, you used 1 psionic blast. I don't think you used anything else that was level 3.
Or
No,
instead of
I-
a cone, since you don't want to fucking kill Bradalus or your boy Renato.
Yeah, that's the
Maybe
thing
a
about
line?
a cone. Well, if I wanted to do a cone, I could move like here.
I mean, I think
But
you
that
can.
would be.
I think you could also
could-
plausibly just shoot it off slightly to the left. It would.
So you could angle the cone this way.
Yeah, I
Like-
could angle a cone now, couldn't I? All right. Well, now that I've been now that I've been reminded about that, I'll put that in my back pocket.
Other
Now that
other
I remember
cultists.
the geometry.
Other cultist takes a swing and a miss on Holgrim, and it is Bradles' turn.
Okay, it's Bradalus' turn. Well, I mean, he got smacked with a hoof, so he's gonna smack the hoof back. 23?
That hits.
6 damage. And a crit 28, baby!
I
Let's
diggity.
go! For a shit ton. 20 damage.
Render unto Talus.
And
Do you have
I
any?
will Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use a smite here. I think.
Smizzity smite.
Yeah, let's see here. I have to remember how much damage it's.
You do it twice because you're critting.
8. So it's 40?
I believe so. So crit fishing with
so
Paladin
an
is so
extra,
fun.
An extra
Okay.
18 damage.
So Gorthok does fall to the ground, and his eyes kind of roll back, and then he is, after a second or two, he stands back up, very weak, but he is up on his feet.
And Bradalus is gonna look at him and be like, "Go on, get out of here,
Uh-oh.
get going."
All right, Biba, it is your turn.
Gonna take an experiment of that little cone boy again.
Okay, so who's this all getting?
This would be getting this guy and the biggest pigus. We're gonna aim it outward.
And it's a dex save.
Yeah.
Okay. No matter what the save is, the Gorthok only has 1 HP, so it's dead. Well, it doesn't really matter. With 27 force damage, 4 HP. See, I'm not even going to roll them. They're just both dead.
They get ragdoll
like,
physics
"Woo!"
across the room.
No, no, Biba just fucking force pushes these dudes. Fucking Darth Biba
Yeah.
over here.
This one little guy over here, who's the only one left, must be shitting.
Well,
Well, there's
that-
also the
we have
cultist.
We have this cultist here.
Oh yeah, we also have Colton.
They can't be
That little-
great, though.
That little boy, though, has definite... I don't know that he's missed yet. So he's probably feeling
The
confident.
little
He's-
twigling that could.
He's proud of himself.
Whew.
But, Holgrim,
Like, yeah, they killed the Thunderboar, but like, I got this. Did you see that?
I'm feeling really good about my chances. I'm pogging, literally.
As Moradin said when the forged sparks caught in his beard, "Fuck off!" Ah!
That
Not spare
fucking
the dying,
hurts.
Moradin.
Spare the dying on yourself.
I mean,
Six ra-
Spare the dying.
Just die,
but not
please.
for me.
Good shit. Good
yeah,
shit.
He is almost dead, but it does hit.
Bradalus is gonna yell out and be like, "Wait, Jeffrey, I know we've only known each other for a little time, but you don't have to die today. I'm sure you have more important work. You could leave now and go back. Tell them that they chased you off and that they took me captive, or whatever you need to survive. But this
Did that-
doesn't have to be your death."
Did the twig plate make a save?
Roll persuasion.
My name's Mark, idiot. Bam.
17.
Twig Blight's dead. And but not Gorthok. Your friend.
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey,
Uh,
the
you know-
cultist.
He's like fine. Yeah. I mean, I guess what's the risk in trying to survive? I mean, they may kill me, but I mean, if I say no to you, you're gonna kill me. So, yeah, I guess take my chances. I'll come up with something on the
Jeffrey,
road.
wait. Stay here for
I was
10
gonna say,
minutes.
Bradalus is going to walk over and clasp Jeffrey on the shoulder and be like, "Jeffrey, I would never do that to you. I'm truly sorry about the events of today, but you have to understand these are the people closest to me and their new dwarf compatriot that I haven't met yet. I
Haven't met him
I
either.
assume he's cool. But I don't want that to come between the bond that we share over these few days that we have traveled together. Truly, Jeffrey,
And-
if you ever need anything, just simply let me know. And if you feel that you can't go back, then maybe it's time to go to Phandalin and try to start a new life."
Where you'll get
So-
your own unique portrait, Jeffrey. It'll look so cool.
No.
Also stay here for
Nobody-
10 minutes. Stay here for 10 minutes to get 12 hit points back, Jeffrey.
Nobody has to know about today.
So Jeffrey,
That's his name now. It's a
Silent
Jeffrey with a
Reed.
G.
Oh yeah, it's actually spelled like Joffrey from Game of Thrones, but he pronounces it Jeffrey.
Okay. Go ahead, Isaac. I'm sorry.
Je-
It's because he's from the
Jeffrey.
South.
Jeffrey extends his arm to shake your hand in silence. Do you extend it back?
Of course, yes. I clasp my brother.
Like
And-
he's
and-
casting inflict wounds on you.
And as you do, you see on the underside of his forearm those similar markings that you had that were removed once the boar was summoned. And he kind of gives you a look on, you know, that I can't leave, and he takes his leave.
Godspeed, Jeffrey. Yeah, I'm just gonna salute as he leaves.
And he takes his time. He's in no rush, but he just kind of probably limps off, to be honest. But
Unless he stays for 10 minutes, in which case he can get 12 hit points back.
yeah, okay, that's fair. But
For 10 minutes, Brados is just standing at
Awkwardly
attention.
lingering.
no, it's a 10-minute like awkward handshake. That's just
All right.
You
Yeah.
don't
Brady
know when to
like
end it.
boo-hooing. He's like sobbing.
But yeah, so you all are out of initiative. Jeffrey's gone. Dead pig, dead blights, and dead Jeffrey friend.
Braylon's just gonna like roll his shoulders and crack his neck and be like, "Oh, see, I knew everything would work out."
Raidulus, listen, emotions were a little high. Things happened very suddenly, and I still don't approve exactly of what just happened, but I think we proved that when life throws ridiculous, insurmountable obstacles towards us, we can merely brute force them to death, and that usually works out in the end. So, are we...
One time it didn't, but you know.
Yes, Hiroto will be sorely missed, but I'm glad that it's not all gone. Now, if you'll have us, and Renato extends a bloodied hand towards Braidless.
Yeah, and Braidless is gonna grab his hand and pull him into a hug. And he's gonna
Aw.
use all of his lay on hands to give you 5 HP back, bud.
He's like,
Reba is going to walk up to Bradless and be like, "You are not smart. Good to have you back."
Oh my
You only have 5. You only have 5 points of lay on hands. What did you use it on?
Nothing. That's just what it says.
my dude, you have
I
5.
thought you
You
get
have
five-
5
You get
points.
five
Of,
per
left.
level.
yeah, you get
I
5
get
per
5
level.
level?
Yeah, you have 25. dog.
Beeba's like, I
Holy
repeat,
shit.
you are not very smart.
I'll take fucking 30.
Braidless like, I can do more of this?
Jesus Christ.
You go to Renato and he's like, this is all I have left, and Renato's like, no, it's not. You could do way more
Like,
than
what
that.
the fuck are you talking about?
I think-
Call that a hug? Put your back into it, man.
He's like,
And then once Renato is released from the hug, he looks over to Biba. He kind of kneels and he offers his arm, like, you know, not like for a shake, but I mean, you know, kind of like a hug. I don't know. Biba's very small. And
And amorphous.
you little miss, it wasn't the same without you.
Thanks. Been looking for you for a while. You are hard to find.
Usually the opposite of how I like to go about things. And he'll like pat Biba on her little hat. Now listen, that leaves one additional thing. Master Dwarf, I apologize that your introduction to us has been so chaotic and strange. May we have the honor of knowing...
No. Hammers of Moradin often find bonds forged in blood, and I'd say this is no different. He's gonna throw up a hand to be like, yo, handshake.
Yeah, no, Renato will return it. Kind of, you know, dainty and little nobly. He noticeably grabs your forearm whenever he shakes your hand.
Alright then. Holgrim of Clan, well, I mean, I guess formerly Clan Hearthheart.
Renato Castellanter at your service, and these are my friends Braidulus and Biba.
Nice to meet you. You must be the folks I heard about. Did some, oh, it was an Axeholm. You explore that place. And there's the expedition out west from there. You helped out. You guys get around, don't you?
This one guy asks us to do a lot of things.
We are people about town, 'tis true. We get things done, and there just so happens to be a dragon that is threatening the place that is paying us, and that, of course, brings it into contention with us, now doesn't it?
Yeah, I expect that might have some interferences with your jobs there.
You're a good fighter, Mr. Mr. Holgram. And if I may be so bold to ask, you just charged in to assist strangers you did not know in a conflict you did not understand very much about. If I may press upon you...
I'll say that again.
If I may press upon you further, are you a friend to Phandalin, and would you care to continue to be?
He's gonna flip up his goggles so the lenses kind of fit over the helmet, and you can see he's got some nice, warm, golden brown eyes. And he's gonna grin. He's gonna say, "Of course I'm gonna help. I mean, there was some sods making some fool designs on Axeholm there, but I mean, helping out all this will help out a lot of folks. Help them from sullying ancestral home. Yeah. Let's kill the dragon."
Where we almost died.
Sir Hearthheart, welcome to the 5 Winds of Phandalin.
Glad to be here. No, what does that mean?
Came up with it. I don't know.
It's just a little token from a friend.
All right.
There's, the 5 winds, north, south, east, west, and west.
Look,
Well, you gotta.
east.
People regularly forget the up and down winds.
The sentiment is that Hiroto is still here, kind
No,
of.
I got you. You're good. Like it's good. I had to throw in the Weiss joke.
Well, all right.
I feel Holgrim is very much the part of like Merry and Pippin as they agree to join the Fellowship, and they're like, "Okay, now what are we doing?"
Go home and smoke weed.
They steal Saruman's weed. That's my favorite fucking part, is that they fucking raid Saruman's stash and get his fucking pipe weed, and they're just chilling out, toking it up whenever fucking Theoden and Aragorn roll up to Orthanc. Just like,
They just went through the most intense experience of their lives. They earned a little weed.
A little bit of wizard weed, man. It's that Maiar Kush, baby. Oh, God, that is so fucking funny. I love the I love all the Lord of the Rings so fucking much, but oh man. Is that what we're calling it, or are we gonna like? Because I mean, it's like around 10. I mean,
as far as what I have, I'm fine with that. It's really just whatever loose ends you guys want to wrap up.
I mean, I feel like
I do have one more thing.
Okay.
Okay, so as the party journeys back, I'm sure it takes a few days.
Yeah.
On one of Bradles' watches, he's going to step out into the woods once everybody's asleep, and he's going to pull out a small little stone that's bright blue and very shiny, and he's going to carve a little symbol into his leg and be like, "Talos, you bastard, I know you're still watching me. I want a word."
Okay. And he obliges and says, "What is it? Have you chosen to accept my offer of servitude?"
I don't think I serve anyone these days, but I must admit, the power that you bring allows me to do things that I couldn't before, and you've certainly been more helpful than the others that I've had deals with in the past. So here's the deal I offer to you now. I put your boar in the ground, quite handily if I must say so, and with the assistance of my compatriots. So the way I see it, we're more valuable to whatever chaotic plan you have in place than that pig ever could have been. So, if you will agree to let me keep my abilities, my powers, my magic, then I believe that I can agree to maybe push things in directions that you want in the future.
I accept this deal. And at that time, you were struck with a bolt of lightning. You aren't injured, but you are imbued as a servant. So
Yeah.
you will get one cast of lightning bolt daily.
And I imagine that it's like he's trying to keep it secret, and so I imagine that the place that he marked on his leg is now like this big circle, almost like Gaelic looking design with like the Talos symbol and everything inside of it. But it's in a place that's like very easily covered up at like pretty much all times.
Okay.
He's not
Until
broadcasting
we get to the
this.
spa episode and we're
Yeah,
all
until
in
we get to the
bathtub,
beach episode and
Yeah.
and Bradless shows up in his mankini.
Yeah. Hey, Bradless, where'd you get that ominous looking ink?
Biba gets into the water and dies immediately.
Biba can survive in water.
Gets sucked up into the pool filter.
Oh no!
Biba could get sucked up into a pool filter.
Woomy!
No, I imagine Bibo like tries to roll across the sand, and it just like it's like rolling like the goo that you make in like the goo you make in science class across the table where it picks up every piece of dirt.
Oh no.
They just pick up every bit of sand, and as they roll, it's just like rolling and coating the bottom of Biba. Like I hate this. I'm going back. Like
Biba just makes friends with a crab. She just rides on a giant crab the entire time. No need to touch sand.
off, dude.
It's Clawford, man.
Clawford the big red crab.
God damn it.
Oh man, this really emotional fucking session, and I'm gonna end up titling it "Clawford the Big Red Crab" for a fucking joke we made in the last like 5 minutes.
I hope you don't. There's so much has happened.
I think it's gotta be called Thunderstruck or some shit like that. We'll figure it out.
Could it be
Yeah,
Thunderbolt and Lightning in parentheses? Very, very
Very
frightening.
That or it's gonna be the Breaking of the Fellowship. The Five Winds of Phandalin. That's what it's gonna be.
So gassy.
He's a cheese ball.
I am.
I even like mostly refrained from memeing too hard.
Yeah. No, dude, like, I went into this being like, oh yeah, these are like some cool characters. I mean, whatever, fucking yada yada. And now I'm just like, what's up?
Well, I was about to say, at least it's better than somehow Palpatine returned. Sure, he fucking did.
Somehow, Bradalus returned.
I'm just saying, I went into this kind of being like, hey, these characters are cool, I guess. It's not my favorite party we've ever done, to being like, man, it's so good, man, that's cool. Fuck, man. I don't know. We do some good shit together, boys. We put together some good stories from time to time.
Yeah. And that's why, like, honestly, when I got to thinking after the TPK, I'm like, this is my chance. Like, because the module itself doesn't lend for a lot of character development. It's just a lot of, all right, go do this quest, go do this quest. I mean, it's a starter quest, so that's
right.
how it is. It's assuming that role play is at your discretion, not built
Go
in.
do this quest. Fucking die to this banshee. Go do this quest.
Yeah,
I was like, okay, so this would be a logical like break in the adventuring. Like an adventuring party would not. So I was like, I'm glad this happened. All things considered, it turned out pretty well.
Murdered all of you.
I was at some level in my thought process. I was like, is this how he rolls a new character? Is this what he's doing? Is this what's happening? I really thought that. I thought that like you were just like in talks with Isaac.
If Bradalus had knocked any of you down, he was just gonna knock you unconscious until the ritual was over.
I kind of figured.
Tit for tat, Holgrim was 100% going to cast Spare the Dying if you had gotten.
Oh yeah. No, I would have absolutely like downed you with Renato, but I had healing word ready.
I'm not gonna lie, I got a little nervous too because I was like, all right, 2 rounds is enough to kind of wear resources out without killing anybody. And I was like,
Inflict
oh god.
wounds. Pump all of my fucking bardic inspiration
I
into
was
DPS.
just kind of like, inflict wounds does 3d10?
Yeah, no,
What?
inflict wounds is scary.
Yeah, I may have unintentionally helped you by dropping action. Like, wait a minute, I have spells.
Fucking, I'm
Yeah.
just fucking Renato. As long as he gets to keep his bardic inspo for psychic blades, like fucker can do some fucking
Hellish rebuke.
he's
Hellish
scary.
rebuke on a on a paladin's pretty dumb. Huh?
Yeah, dude. That's why fucking
When you-
Oathbreaker is technically not in the PHB.
Now I will say, Isaac, my plan for the darkness was to let them show up and be like, Bradalus, what are you doing here? And us have it all out, and then me cast darkness on them so that they'd have to like find their way out before they could do
Dick.
anything.
Okay, but if you cast darkness, I had another thing that makes an even darker, grosser darkness that does damage. So I probably would have done that one back.
Oh yeah, she has Hunger of
You
Hadar.
Darkness. You cast darkness. I cast darknesser.
My
This
darkness
is-
has whispers and
This is advanced
slurping
darkness.
noises.
Thank you,
It has slurping noises. That's worse.
Brandon. If I could. Thank you, sir.
And then, like, on the
Sounds
way
like the thing they
out,
use
there's
on
like
me
a
at the
milky
dentist.
mist of chemicals. It's disgusting.
Oh man.
Okay, Josh, you suss me out. I mean, because we do this shit over voice. You guys have never seen me in the flesh, but you got my secret. I am just that thing from the dentist.
Dental equipment.
You used to draw out your mouth. Wow, I hate you.
Man, I hate those because the part when they like fill your mouth full of water and they're like, now close, and it like sucks all the water in
Yeah.
the middle of the mouth, and I'm just like,
It's still better than the tormenting me with scraping my gums. So,
Yeah, no.
I will say, my AC is at 21 now because
Right.
I've definitely just like forgot. Not even like I picked up anything new. I just straight up forgot to get a fighting style. So,
Dude, so I had a really
I was
hard time.
looking, so I was just like, damn, dude. I get a fighting style? Oh yeah, I'm just taking the +1 to AC.
I had a really hard time deciding what Renato's was going to be because like I could have just taken dueling and used a shield, but I'm using a katana. It feels wrong to use that in a shield, like that awkward ass way you do it in like Oblivion. So I was like, no, I guess I'm just using this two-handed and I'm gonna like go without it. And I like the one that I chose. I may because dueling doesn't apply if you use versatile and use it in two hands. But the math makes up for it, I guess. But I might.
Renato comes back with his katana in just his underwear and then a basket on his head.
So I don't know. I'm thinking of keeping that menacing thing, but it's a chance to fear once a day. I might change my mind and go back to.
I did almost just cast the spell that makes us go into a 1v1 duel.
Oh, that would have been so fucking cool. That would have been so anime. Oh, dude. But I might change my
You
mind.
had to bring anime into this, you fucking weeb.
Well and then Brandon made me throw my weapon on the ground. Freaking-
Fucking, let's punch it out. Let's go Old Snake versus Ocelot. Let's do it.
Yeah, I was almost gonna just cast what is it here?
Compel duel. I was gonna
I'm
think.
now fighting you, sir.
I could like bump my armor class up with defense, and then Renato just needs like some better armor. I've been wearing standard buck ass leather armor this entire campaign.
Yeah, I'm roughing it here with chainmail. I would love some motherfucking plate, dog.
I have literally no gold, so if someone could spot you boys some cha-chink, and
Like a couple
You got a
grand.
fancy sword you could sell.
I know.
Grit.
I honestly, I shouldn't have said 700 gold to Isaac because he was like, yeah, that's what it takes. Like, I could have said, I have 500 gold, then it would have had 200 left.
I have,
Yeah,
10 gold, I have 10 gold pieces, and you can also have the smith's tools that
Mhm.
Hero.
I should,
No,
yeah.
He's like, I have 700 gold pieces, and he walks off. I would have taken 10.
No, I'm fine with it. It's a fucking +1 weapon. By all accounts, I got off easy.
Well, I mean, and I also was
Not
thinking
the
it's
first time
like
today, huh?
it's more so the symbolic, Hiroto gave
Uh,
everything for you and you gave everything for him.
yeah,
Like, I mean,
it's sweet.
relatively speaking, but
Sure. It's a big one for my boy.
He growed it
It
up.
is late. I am going to go.
All right.
I'm very
Yeah.
That is entirely fair.
Thank you, sweetie.
Makes sense.
Love you. I don't know why I'm
Bye.
saying this. We live in the same house, but later.
Yeah, you'll see me in like 2 seconds.
Okay. But yeah, so I need to get some fucking studded leather or something. I mean, just it's a +1 bump, but I mean it'll be better than 80 medium armor I can get. Renato has +5 to Dex, so
Time
Hopefully,
to buy a shield, baby.
I'm
hopefully
not.
Icespire Peak has another Dwarven Ruin, and hopefully they have a lot of plate mail just hanging around.
One could hope. I mean, because
So-
like I'm not using a shield because that's stupid and it's a katana.
so kind of speaking going forward,
Do we level
depending
up?
on No.
I'm kidding.
depending on how much character stuff and roleplay we do, I would,
2 to 3 more sessions.
2 to 3, very possibly done in 2.
Really?
But 3 is probably the most. Yeah. So the quest that I was gonna do last, I reread it today, and it serves no purpose.
Uh-huh.
Like you don't get anything that helps you with the dragon. You don't like build a base for the like. It literally does nothing. It's literally a hey, my buddy is being attacked by orcs. Can you go get rid of some orcs?
Sure.
Why is this a level 5 quest? Like,
Yeah, we've spent like half this campaign fighting orcs. Are we still slated to hit level 7?
6 for sure, 7 possibly.
Because like if we're gonna go to 6, I'm almost maybe not. Well, I guess action surge would be nice to have, but I was really like juicing up for that subclass.
Also, it's super out of character, obviously. Now that we've stopped playing anyway, but whatever. But
yeah.
I feel like there might be more loot in Axeholm than we acquired because we fucking died at it.
That's a
We
maybe.
didn't actually.
But are we gonna min max
Maybe
so much?
no.
that
I think that possibly like another consequence of the TPK is no loot for you.
You go back to all the sites you've gone to before you go to the dragon. Like, all right, let's go back and clear all these dungeons with no win. Like,
yeah,
It's
loot
like,
up, boy.
it's like Manifest Destiny. They've already built a Taco Bell there, so they're not gonna let us rip it down.
that's what I'm saying. The survey
up the-
teams
the
are already,
artifacts.
Yeah, survey teams are already there. Like we kind of missed the boat there whenever we died.
Get
Yeah,
back
sorry,
and get a Jamba
the
Juice.
the
Jamba
white
Juice
queso
where
is
the
more-
giant statue.
Yeah, the white queso from the
Also,
knockoff Mexican place is more important than your ancient relics.
by the way,
Your-
what was that fucking thing that y'all talked about? Orange something like the.
Orange Julius?
Yeah, I had never heard of that before this.
Really?
It's-
Never.
Whoa.
They're not super popular in the south.
Yeah, no.
The only time
I've
I've
never
seen
Orange
them,
Julius before.
the only
But
time
they're
I've seen them is going like up north to malls
So-
and stuff up north.
So okay, Orange Julius is kind of like a frothy like juice thing.
Yeah,
Is the
it's-
best way
it's
to
literally
explain
orange Juice.
Okay. So it's
But
like
it's
kind of
like-
like a smoothie, but it's like liquidier.
Yes.
Yeah, it's overpriced orange juice.
Yeah, it sounds like shitty Jamba Juice.
And the pina colada Julius is pretty solid.
Uh,
Also
Isaac,
up here,
Did I tell you that I'm looking at the University of Kentucky for grad school?
UK is fun. I'm not a big Miles Osland fan though.
Well, it would be for conducting, so.
Okay, that's fair.
Conducting? You go to Kentucky for conducting?
Yeah, actually, they have a good conducting school.
I believe it.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
funny.
Yeah, no, their school's good. I just don't like
But it
Miles
does
Osland.
put us one step closer.
Now, if you go to
What's so far
UK,
away from me?
I would definitely make it down there because where I go home is like maybe 2 hours from UK,
Yeah.
and where I went to school is like 45 minutes from UK. So
Tyler, I'll see you in March
Yeah, you better.
for my birthday. The only important thing happening in March. I can say that because Emily's not here.
Nah. I mean, I can tell her, but you know, I'm not.
Hey, chill.
She'd be fine. It's fine.
Your birthday was like last week, and none of us told you happy birthday.
No, it wasn't.
No, you're full of shit. I know your birthday was
My
like because you
birthday's
said
in March.
no because you said
Literally.
like no because when I ordered you those Muse things, you're like, oh, it's right around my birthday, and it'll be a
You were
nice little
thinking
surprise
of
for
a
me.
different Josh.
While this
No.
is debated, I'm going to go bug Sammy.
Good night.
So I bid you all good night.
Good night, buddy.
No,
The thing is,
this is horse
it-
shit.
their wedding is literally the day after my birthday.
I didn't even know you guys had a date set.
25th. Yep. 25th of March.
Okay.
Yeah.
Am I invited?
Yeah, of course you are. Fucking, of course you are. If you can make it, I mean, like, I assume it would be as difficult as it was for us to get up there. It just
Look, Isaac, if it's just you, I mean, you could crash on my couch and then we could drive down the next day.
we would,
It would
probably work out getting a room for you guys if you come down,
Yes,
like straight
I
up.
mean,
I mean, you're already gonna have to like fucking
yeah.
because
I
Josh.
just don't live that far away from you.
Yeah, no, Josh is close enough to where I was like, number one, well, I guess like fucking, I'll stop recording here because this is starting to get
See
personal.
ya.
Just dox yourself. Just